Listening to this podcast may result in falling in love with fictional criminals.
Rethinking your morals?
Or questioning if you're into guys who kill people for love.
Whether it's a reverse harem of morally gray psychos or a sweet cinnamon rolling cleats, we've got you covered.
This is Heat Between the Sheets, and yes, we read it for the plot.
Mostly?
All right, let's unwrap this slowly, shall we? I'm Pixie.
And I'm No-No.
So let's get to this warning, shall we? This podcast is for entertainment purposes only and is not safe for kids, carolers, or your innocent aunt.
You must be 18 or older to listen.
Trigger warnings are listed at the top of this episode and on hbtspodcast.com.
If holiday smut, twisted tales, or dark content aren't your jam, this is your cue to bow out like a bad fruitcake.
Wish I had a little jingle to play, but I don't.
No crickets today, huh?
Yeah. Still with us? Then ho, holy shit, let's get into it. And if you enjoy this show, please remember to like, subscribe, follow, and share, because it's the holiday season.
You said holy shit.
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of a wrap of, ho as in hose.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Ho for the holidays. Right?
Got it.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was super fun. I liked that intro. Very holiday-ish.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Very festive.
It was. It was festive. So it happens after that. Did you know?
My favorite. It's like Christmas morning every time.
It's my favorite too.
Okay, go.
Okay, so humans have this adorable little habit of hoarding secrets, like their Pokemon cards. Gotta keep them all.
Oh, God.
Seriously, we spend hours stressing over who knows what they might know, and what they definitely don't know, as if obsessing over it is going to magically change reality. Psychologists assure us that juggling all this hidden information lights up the puzzle-solving part of your brain, which is a fancy way of saying, congrats, you're now a professional overthinker.
Yay!
Yes. And yes, your brain loves splitting everything into neat little boxes. Safe, dangerous, trustworthy, absolutely suspicious. So naturally, you misjudge basically everyone at least once a week.
I do love boxes. I do love compartmentalizing things.
Yeah,
so I get that.
Yeah, for sure. So throw in some high stakes drama, emotional roller coasters, and a dash of adrenaline, and congratulations, your heart is doing cardio better than any overpriced spins class ever could. Who needs a gym?
I do.
When you got paranoia and overthinking on speed dial. Right?
No. Go to the gym.
Whatever. So this week, we chose a book for each other to read.
Yeah, we did. I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting to hear your reaction.
Yeah, this was an interesting thing that we decided to do. This was actually, I'm going to put this on you. This was No-No's idea.
Hello, you're welcome.
So No-No, please give us the book summary and main character description of the book that I chose for you this week.
I can't wait. Spoiler alert. So, just so you know, Split by C.J. Primer is a dark psychological thriller romance that drags Eliza out of her ordinary life and forces her into a marriage with a man she doesn't know, which I usually like those. Whisked away to Roman's isolated estate, she quickly learns there's no leaving the dark, cold, crumbling mansion that is her prison. Certain rooms are off limits, the halls are filled with shadows, and the only other presence is a single housekeeper and the ever-watchful dogs. Roman himself is distant, unreadable, tender one moment, terrifying the next. Like his personality is split in two. As Eliza digs deeper into the secrets of her husband and the estate, she finds herself caught in a dangerous game of twists, lust, and fear together. When she finally uncovers the shocking truth that Roman has a twin brother,
Your favorite?
the lines of loyalty, obsession, and survival blur in ways she could never have imagined.
And just so you all know, I have read both of these books now, and she has read both of these books now. So we know both of these books. Continue.
Okay, so here are the main characters and a description of Split. Eliza. On the surface, Eliza is a demure and polite. She is demure and polite, the kind of woman who blends into the background. But underneath, she is fiercely strong. She's strong-willed and determined. She has a sharp mind and a curiosity that won't let her ignore the mysteries around her, even when danger lurks. Though she often masks her courage behind a quiet, compliant exterior, Eliza has the spine of steel, and her ability to adapt, strategize, and push back when necessary makes her more than just a victim in the dark world she has been thrust into. She's simultaneously vulnerable and resilient, drawn to intrigue and desire, but never fully surrendering her sense of self. Okay. Roman.
Do you agree with that description?
Yeah.
That's pretty much her.
Yeah.
I felt, yeah, okay.
I have lots of thoughts. I can't wait to tell all of them to you.
Oh, God, I can't wait.
Roman.
The audience can't either.
The aloof, cold husband who calls Eliza wife. Roman is calculated, detached, and quietly commanding, reading to her, disciplining her, and keeping her caged in his fractured little world. His control feels suffocating, but his dominance is impossible to ignore. Knox. What is it with you and dudes named Knox?
I don't know. I think it's just the character. It's the authors.
You ever know how some, like, you just hate someone with a name, and then all of a sudden every person with that name, you're like, oh yeah, it's the name. That's Knox. And me, I've not met a Knox I like yet. All right, so Knox.
At least this one's spelled different.
True.
Than in the Bonds. This one has a K in it.
True. Roman's twin brother, the darker, rougher reflection Eliza doesn't see coming. Where Roman is cold restraint, Knox is heat and recklessness, calling her pet and dragging her into a dangerous passion that blurs every line. His presence upends everything Eliza thought she knew about her marriage and about survival.
Legit too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He was my favorite.
Of course he was. Of course he was.
Which brings us to the book I had to read. I'm pretty sure you do this to me. I'm not sure if it's to torture me or to see if you can change my cold, dead heart.
Both.
Oh, okay. Got it. So as you can
Both
tell,
equally.
As you can tell, she forced me into a contemporary book, which we all know how I feel about those. And I read Brightside by Kim Holden. Brightside is the story of Kate Sedgwick, a girl who's been handed more crap than most people deal with in a lifetime, yet somehow managed to stay annoyingly optimistic.
Just hearing you say that line, annoyingly optimistic. You go on.
She's sharp, loyal to a fault, and obsessed with music, basically the friend you want in your corner, but also the one who will call you out when you're being dumb. Love? Yeah, that's always been a no-go for her until she lands in Grant, Minnesota for college and meets Keller Banks. Cue the instant chemistry, sparks, and a whole lot of messy, why is this happening to me? Drama. Both of them are carrying secrets that could blow things up in spectacular fashion. And, just the road to happily ever after is going to be anything but easy. Warning, This one's full of strong language, hot and heavy scenes, and all the emotional chaos that makes you say, ugh, why do I even love this?
I did love it.
I know you did. Okay, the characters. We have Kate Sedgwick, optimistic to a fault, sarcastic when she needs to be, and loyal enough to get herself into trouble.
Mm-hmm.
She's been through hell and back, but still manages to keep her wits and her sharp tongue intact. Music is her refuge, and her ability to call people out politely-ish makes her both lovable and slightly terrifying. And she's only 20.
Mm-hmm.
Gustav, Gus. Funny, loyal, and impossibly charming, Gus has been Kate's best friend since childhood and is also a rock star. It's gotta have that.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta have that. Bringing charisma and energy wherever he goes. He has a way of lightening even the heaviest moments, keeping things real and making everyone around him feel even seen and valued, while cracking a joke that leaves you laughing and shaking your head at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Keller Banks. Sexy, stubborn, and dangerously mysterious, Keller has a talent for making Kate's life both more complicated and way more interesting. He's carrying secrets, hiding feelings, and basically doing everything in his power to keep Kate on her toes and failing spectacularly. There's lots we can say about all of these people.
And we will.
And we're going to.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's talk. Let's talk.
Okay.
Secrets and lies. First of all, how did you feel about your book? Because I gave you a list to choose from, and I pushed you towards this book.
You did.
Because there were twins involved, and we all know how you feel about twins.
I didn't know that, though.
I know.
Yeah. Like, I thought it was like a psychological thriller.
Right.
That's what I was thinking.
There were twins, and I knew you would discover it at some point. So tell us. I mean, because when I first read it in the beginning, I was like, what the hell is happening? Because she was in the tunnels, there's blood on the walls, and I'm like, whoa, what is going on here? Like, I knew this was going to be dark, but then, then she was like, her dad forced her into this marriage with this dude, and he was like such a dick. Like, he didn't even look at her, and I'm like, okay. And then she's forced into that creepy old mansion that she can't leave, and I'm like, oh, okay, what's going on? And then the housemaid lady, she was a total bitch.
Awful.
And I'm like, man, your life sucks here.
Yeah.
Get out. Like, what are you doing? But she just stayed.
Yeah.
And I was so curious because there was something off.
Yes.
There was something so off about Roman. And I'm like, right out the gate, like I just sensed it. Like something wasn't right. And then literally like the writing I thought was well because you could tell there was a personality split there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what in the hell is happening? So weird. So tell me your take.
So as I'm reading this book, my first thought that carried on was, I fucking hate Roman. I don't like him. Like, I get having a few personalities. I have a few myself. Sure. I'm a Gemini. Sure. But dear God, he was just such a dick through
most of it. Yeah,
the personalities, even the personalities, either one. Like, she would call them Jekyll and Hyde. Yeah, they were both dicks.
I'm with you.
And I'm like, but she's stuck. She's totally stuck there. I mean, she's trying to plan her escape, but she has no shot at this. And then probably a little past halfway in my mind, I go, there's going to be twins. And then I'm like, oh, I like this book a little better.
I think that was about the same time I started feeling it too. Was it when she started really feeling like there was someone in her room at night? Yeah. She felt like she was being watched.
Well, no, even that, I literally thought I thought at first, that's going to be his dead ex-wife or his dead previous wife. And I'm like,
too.
What the fuck is happening here?
Yeah. And then just because of that personality, I was with you. I was like, he's a twin. He has to. With this creepy mansion, there's got to be secret passages or something. Like,
Yeah.
it's weird. Something's not right.
Because I was thinking, okay, Pixie, pick this for me. This is going to be a psychological thriller. So the supposedly dead wife's not dead and shit's going to go down. And that's what I was thinking the shadow was. And then all of a sudden, everything started in my mind, just like, oh.
Especially because he wouldn't let her go to that one room. And he was like, you can't go in there. And you're like, why?
Right.
What's in there? And then she like made herself go in there, but there was nothing there.
Right.
Like, huh. Yeah. And it was literally a mystery.
Yeah.
You're like, what is happening? It was so good. But in a dark, twisted way.
Yeah. But then once you figure it out, like you're like, oh, you can totally see the two very distinct personalities. And I hated both of them. They're both assholes.
Hilarious.
I can see why you like Knox, because he calls her Pet, which I fucking hate that name. Let me just tell you.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of Pet.
And I just read another book. I just read the Omegaverse and where one calls her Pet. And I'm like, why? Like, if anyone calls me Pet,
they're getting punched in the
balls.
We're
fighting. I'm going to bite like a fucking pet. I'm going to go feral. But no, these two brothers.
I struggled with them too. But I really liked the story and how it was written.
It was good. I mean, it kept you entertained because you're like, what is happening?
And then I was intrigued as to why they did what they did.
Yeah. And
what happened to the wife. So that was cool. Like,
yeah.
And I was like, interesting, like your thought process on that. And then I guess they never planned to keep her.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then Knox was like, they don't ever have sex with their wife.
Right.
And Knox was like, I couldn't help it.
Yeah.
Because Roman never slept with her.
Yeah. Not until way later. Yeah.
And then
you'll figure that out too. Because she finally is like, oh, I'm with one of the personalities. This is the one I haven't been with yet. Yeah. And you're like, what?
Yeah. Exactly. That was just because she still thought that was just the one.
Yeah.
She's like, this is new.
Yeah.
What is happening?
She's like, he's in this personality. I don't remember which one it was, Jekyll or Hyde. She's like, so I'm going to fuck with him. Which I appreciated that. Yeah. She's like, I'm going to see, because he never has sex with me in this personality. If I could actually get him to, if I can turn his little ass on. That was pretty great once you figured out what was happening. And she's like, oh shit.
Yeah. I gave her props. I gave her props for sticking it out, and she really used her mind.
Yeah. Well, she's captive there. What else is she gonna do? Like, literally.
Clearly, so was the first wife.
Yeah.
But that chick offed herself because she's like, I can't take it.
You can't handle twins? Sign me up, girl. I'll take your play. I volunteer as tribute. What the fuck? I mean, I get maybe not knowing going in how that could be a shock, and why wouldn't they just tell her? Why would were they always going to want to share women? Like, I don't even think they knew themselves.
Yeah,
I don't even think they wanted women.
I don't either. Yeah. I just think she got lucky.
Yeah,
she got lucky because they had no intention of keeping her, but there was something that intrigued her to Knox more so than Roman.
Yeah,
and then when Knox was all in, then that's when Roman was like, okay, well, let me take a second look.
Yeah, yeah. Really? Yeah.
I think that was what it is. Because I think Roman and Knox are just so into each other. Mm-hmm. Not in a perverse way, but they're so in tune with each other. And they were so into the business and the work world. That's where...
Yeah.
And Knox likes to play.
Yep. Yes, he does.
He's the play brother.
Oh,
he's
God.
The fun one. And that's...
But, I just hate... in books, and you probably like it. This is why I hate it, because you like it. I hate, when they just... degrade women. I hate
we know that
degradation kink. I hate it. And I felt like, well, that was obviously Knox, but yeah. Which is why he probably called her Pet. Yeah. I just fucking hate it. So I was just annoyed because I thought it was just Roman with Roman the whole fucking time until then I was mildly curious because I was like, twins?
Like, is this true?
Oh.
Yeah. Your little nipples perked up.
Yeah, for real. I mean, it was just a change because I'm sitting here reading this book and I'm like, I fucking hate this guy and I fucking hate this guy. And then this could be twins.
Yeah.
And then I think I smiled like, oh. Because, apparently I'm a perv.
We all have our thing.
Right. So, I
Yeah.
mean, did I hate the book? No. Did I love the book? No.
I didn't think you would love it,
Yeah.
but I thought you would appreciate it to a degree.
Yeah.
I knew it would be too dark and twisted, but I thought you would appreciate the twist of the twins.
But it was not so dark that you were like,
Yeah,
tap
right.
out.
No, I
it
knew
was
it wasn't
dark enough
that.
that you're like, what is happening?
That was it. Yeah. That was it.
Yeah.
And this was one of those, and I think I've read something else by CJ Primer too, but this was one of those stuff your Kindle day books that I had landed on. And one day I was just like scrolling through something to read, and I came across that, and I'm like in my Kindle, and I was like, oh, I'm going to read this one. And I just instantly was like drawn in, like, what is happening?
Yeah. It really makes you question everything. Like, I don't understand.
And in the beginning, when I was reading it too, I wasn't even sure what year this was taking place, because it seemed so historical. Like these people were doing an arranged marriage, and it seemed very, the way I envisioned it, and like old England is what I was envisioning, type of a thing, just in the beginning. But I know it wasn't. But just how they were behaving and everything, it just seemed like she had no rights, and like, don't talk unless spoken to, and I just envisioned this whole, is very gothic, and it was weird, but I know it was taking place in a modern time.
Yeah.
It was, for a minute, took me back to like 1800s, and I was like, what the hell? It was weird.
Yeah. And I love how like some nights she had to wear a red dress because that was Knox. And then some nights she had to wear a black dress because that was Roman. But she's just like, oh, he's in his other personality tonight.
Was it the maid lady that told her what to wear, right? And then I
hated that twat waffle.
Oh my gosh, she was awful.
Yeah.
She was such a bitch. And then there was a few times where she was being defiant, and she would wear the collar.
I mean, I appreciated her backbone until and then when it had just happened to be Knox, which was most of the time. I think Roman was busy doing whatever.
He was doing the business, unless it was a dinner, and then
she would try hard to have a backbone, and Knox would break that shit down real fast and fucking degrade her. And then I was like, I hate this guy. I hate him.
Yeah, in the bedroom, Knox would definitely break her down, and she tried to stand. And then in the dinner, she would try to stand up, but that's Roman, and Roman wouldn't take it either in that room. But she tried. Yeah, kudos for trying. But she was a woman in a man's world. Yeah, in that world, in a
mafia man's world, where
it was. Yeah. And then when that friend of theirs or whatever showed up, and he knew that they were twin brothers, and he didn't know that she knew or whatever, and she was just basically trying to like flirt with him or whatever. like trying to feel it out or whatever, and I think he reported it to them.
It was interesting at times, but like, just because we didn't know Knox doesn't come until way late, so you're just dealing with Roman, and you're like, God, I hate this guy. So.
Even though Knox is in play,
you just don't know.
Portrayed as Roman, for so long that the reader doesn't know because the FMC doesn't know.
Yeah, you're just like, fuck, take a chill pill today, dude. Like, what the hell?
That personality, may give the chick a break.
Like, go ahead and read to me. Sure, let's do that. But then don't make me get on my knees and crawl to you and shit. Like, what are you doing? Like, what is happening?
They gave her whiplash so much because she never knew what. I mean, I guess it's like typical in any abusive relationship, though. You don't know what you're gonna get when that crazy partner shows up home from work, type of thing. Like, do I get Jekyll or Mr. Hyde today? Right.
And now you know that there's a dead wife, and you have no clue how she died. So you're thinking, did one of his, did he like Jekyll out or whatever and kill his wife? Like, so now I gotta fucking be careful too.
Yeah. She feared for her life for a really long time. And, because she didn't know. Yeah. And so she was always trying to figure out an escape route, which is how she ended up in the tunnels. Yeah. when she found that, and I think she was in his office, which led down or something like that, down to those creepy ass tunnels.
Creepy, yeah.
And then at the end, they like to play games down there.
Uh-huh.
I was like, that's not weird.
No, it's very weird. But at this point, she knows.
To a graveyard.
And then she's okay with it. So
yeah,
she likes this.
She likes to play those games.
Crap.
Didn't those tunnels lead to a graveyard?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was
No,
very
thanks.
creepy. It was very creepy. The whole setting, like the whole house, the mansion was all dark, very almost outdated.
Very gothic.
Very gothic. Very gothic.
And way out in the middle of nowhere.
Like
so
Addams
you can't.
Family-ish.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it was literally in the middle of nowhere. No neighbors. I think she had dogs there.
Yeah. Well, and then at first she thought, oh, these dogs are going to eat me.
Yeah.
But then she made friends with the dogs.
Yeah. I mean, what else was she going to do?
Much to Roman's dismay.
Oh, God, you're letting him in
Although
the house.
when the dog would puke on his shoes, I would laugh.
Yeah.
Good. That's what you get. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It was an interesting read, to say the least. To say the least. I mean, I enjoyed it, but it was not one of my normal reads, surprisingly.
Yeah, I can see that. So. Now I'm curious, like, knowing at the beginning, now that, our people know that you got twins, is it even going to be as entertaining? Would it even be as entertaining?
I think so, but I mean, it'll take away the mystery.
Yeah,
for sure. But the writing is still good.
I would say don't read it at this point because that's the best part.
That was the best part for you? Yeah. I would still read it again, but that's me. I'm a rereader. Yeah,
I am too with certain books.
So I found the writing good, and I really enjoyed how she was able to write the two different personalities so well. So.
And you hate them both.
Yeah. Even I disliked them. Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed Knox by the end, but
of course you did.
I found him humorous. But right. In the beginning, when you don't know it's both of them, you're kind of like, Jesus. Yeah. Kind of a douche. Yeah. And I'm kind of into that kind of stuff, but for some reason, there was something about this guy. I'm like, damn.
I mean, he's definitely not a jobby. He's not jobby. Like, hey. Yeah. No, jobby. But yeah, I never connected to him or them now that I knew after. Yeah, I was just like, ugh. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right. So we can talk about Brightside now.
Let's talk about Brightside.
Let's talk
on the bright side.
Let's talk about Brightside. Brightside was a very long book.
Yeah, it's a slow read.
It was.
But it's not a bad read. It's a slow read.
So, as I was reading this book, I was like, I don't even know, 19 chapters in, and I really liked Kate. I liked her personality. She was entertaining to read. I really liked her. And I liked the banter between her and Gus. But as I'm reading it, I kept thinking to myself, what is the point of this story? I was so bored with that. Because I did not understand where we're going. I don't get what's happening. Like literally all I'm reading is conversation, and it was not bad conversation. I'm not saying the writing's bad. I'm just bored because there's, what I read.
Yeah. Right? There's no murders.
There's no excitement.
Mafia.
There's no excitement. There's no excitement. So
disagree. It's just a different type of book.
It's like watching a soap opera. It's like reading a soap opera to me, but there's really no drama involved. Right. So I'm just, and for 460 pages.
You're welcome.
It took me a long time to get through this book. I'm reading and I'm so baffled because I don't understand where we're going. Where's the end game? Like, I read the synopsis and where are the secrets? Okay. And it was like, I don't know if it was like 70% in, when we discover her secret, right? So when she meets Keller, sorry, Keller, right?
Yep.
Okay. You know, in the instant sparks or whatever, and she gets a job at the flower shop, and the girl that she's working with, is her name Stella too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that girl's funny.
She's great.
I loved all the characters in
Yeah.
the book. There wasn't any character in the book that I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
I loved all of them. They all had great chemistry. They had great lines. Like, everything about them was great. I loved them all. But she's the one that was dating Keller's best friend and kept telling her, like, don't fall for the dude. Like, he goes to Chicago like every other weekend, and I don't know why. Like, he's got secrets, like he's got issues, and he is such a player. And she's like, yeah, cool. Like, I'm not here. Like, I don't want to date anyone. Like, I want nothing to do with anybody. And I'm like, okay, that's weird for a 20-year-old. That's weird. And my first thought when that happened was, are you just like not into it because your mom basically abandoned you, then died? You don't know who your dad is and doesn't want anything to do with you. And then your older sister, who had Down syndrome and then was in an accident at age 16 and paralyzed, you were caring for, which we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
I have issues with that. And then she died, you know, before you moved to Minnesota. So now you're just like closing your heart off to like you don't want anything to do with anyone in that capacity. You don't want that attachment. And I thought, well, that's just stupid. Like, that was where that was my thought process, right?
Yeah, trauma, stupid.
Like, I just like, why? You're 20. Don't close yourself off to a relationship because, you know, your family members have left you and died.
Yeah.
That sucks. Yeah. But I mean, but whatever. So then it comes out, you know, the big C word. She had cancer when she was a senior in high school, which, you know, I'm not saying doesn't happen. I mean, it's not as common for people of that age. She was like 17. It was like ovarian cancer, I think. And she went through that chemo and all that stuff and surgery and took care of that. And she was in the clear. And now 3 years later, it's back, and it's like stage 4. It's like, you're done. She's on her deathbed, basically. And I'm like, oh, that's why. Okay, that makes sense. I get it. But it took all the way until like 75% of the book for that to come out. And throughout the entire book, even though she knew she was dying and all this stuff, like I said, she remained annoyingly optimistic. Only one time did she lose her shit. Once. For a 20-year-old who's dying. And she ended up dating Keller, like, and they fell in love and did the whole 9 yards. And he gave up his secret to her, which was he has a kid. When he was...
That's why he goes to Chicago.
That's why he goes to Chicago, because that kid lives with his parents. And the mother died giving birth, which happens to be the girl in the flower shop, his best friend's sister that had died. And her name was Lily, I believe. And, you know, he's madly in love with Kate, and she's totally in love with him. And she doesn't tell him about the cancer. Like, it's fucked up. I struggled with that a lot. It was heartbreaking. I will give you that. It was heartbreaking.
Did you cry?
That is an excellent question. And I'm going to say yes for 2 reasons. One, cancer affects. Yeah, it sucks. And it affects me because I have people in my life that have gone through that. And, but I also think this was being read at the time that other traumatic things were going on in my life, in our country, that just pulled at my heartstrings at the same time. So it's hard to say what was the really triggering. So, but I wish that the book didn't take so long to get to that point. Because it
is a slower read. I will give you that. Yeah.
I think there was a lot of unnecessary stuff in there that could have been cut out. But the author explains herself at the end what she wanted readers to get out of it, which was ultimately, you are brave. She literally put that at the end of the book. What she wanted readers, what her editor asked, or her publisher asked, what did you want people to get out of this book? And she says that you are brave, because she believes everyone is brave, which is great, and I that's all fine and dandy, but to me, it just took too long to get there. And this would have been a DNF for me if this was not being done for the podcast. Okay. I would have stopped halfway through.
Okay.
Just because I just couldn't do it.
Okay.
But like I said, I really did appreciated the characters and all of that. And I also was irritated at Gus because he was in love with her and never told her.
Yeah.
So she died not ever knowing that piece of information. Would it have mattered to her? Probably not, but she probably should have known. She slept with the guy once before. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, maybe that would have made a difference when she had met Keller, that maybe they would have been together and not her and Keller. Right. Like, there's so many things that, I don't know. It maybe would have taken some weight off of Gus. I don't know.
So did you notice that this is a series?
Yes.
Did you see what the title of the second book is?
It was
Gus.
Yes.
It's good. You should read it.
No.
It's good. I liked it.
Well, you liked this one too.
Yeah. If a book can make me cry, literally sob, because this one did.
Oh, I didn't sob.
Yeah, I sobbed.
I just had a few tears.
Nope, I sobbed. I straight sobbed. I feel like that's a good book to me.
I didn't cry for her as much as I did for
everyone
Keller.
Else. Just everyone else, yeah.
I cried for
it was just
Keller. I cried for Keller's kid.
Like you said, there wasn't a character that I didn't like.
Yeah, I mean, I think she did a good job with the character. I really liked Clayton.
I loved Clayton. Yeah. Like, I loved that Gus called her bright side because she was optimistic. Like, I love optimistic people. Yeah. Like, I do. It just, I don't know. It's a slow read, but it's a good read.
Very. If you love contemporary.
Liked the buildup of just getting to know them better.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah. You just want violence right away. Violence.
I don't necessarily need violence right away, but I don't want to spend 50% of the book building up a character. I don't need that. I don't need that much.
I wouldn't say I needed it, but I enjoyed it in this series. Yeah.
And to each their own, and that's fine. And if you love contemporary and you love your heartstrings pulled, this is a great read for you. Yeah, it really is. It's not, and everyone, I've said it in I think every fucking episode we've done. I don't like contemporary. Yeah, I don't like it. And it's not that I don't read it, because obviously I read it, and I read it all the way through, and I have read the sweet stuff, like even and maybe it's different kind of contemporaries, like even like I told you, I don't remember what episode it was, but we talked about the Quinn Loftus Grey Wolf Shifter series, and I said it's the lighter sweet stuff. It's like the Twilights, there's no sex in it. Like, there's that, but there's still action in it, and maybe that's what I need is more. Yeah. More action is what I need. This is not action. This is all character building. That is 100% what it is. Yeah. It's all character, but so it's really hard for me to say I didn't like the book. Yeah, because I loved the characters. Literally every single character I loved. Yeah. She even wrote Keller's parents well. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. And you just felt so connected to them all, right? You really did. And I can say that about the author and what she did with this book, but I just I can't. I don't like crying when I read either. Sometimes I feel like you just need it. Oh, I don't. You need I can cry on my own without reading. Show them your nails for. Oh, yeah. I did do, and this is on every time we do an episode, and I do my nails. For the books that we cover, I do post them on our website under the behind the scenes tab. So hbtspodcast.com, go to the behind the scenes page, and you will see every set of nails that I've done for an episode with the book cover, or covers. Even if we haven't aired the episode yet, I just post them there. So you'll see them there. But this week's nails are split. So the black and white, and the index finger has a pink heart on it. And then the ring finger is a sunset with a palm tree. And my amazing nail lady actually hand painted this palm tree.
Good job.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
She busted out. She said back in the 80s, she used to like do 8 palm trees constantly. And I'm like, well, then that makes sense how you busted that out so quick. But yeah, they're gorgeous. I love these. I got a lot of compliments on this set.
Yeah. Good one.
This one. Yeah. So
I like the black and white. That's cute.
Yeah. It really pops. It stands out. I like it. So that's my split and my bright side nails for this week. So, but yeah.
So doing this, what we did, are we going to do this again? Pick a book for each other?
I don't trust you. And I told the producer Daddy that. I said, she will never again be in charge of picking episode shit because I will not read this shit ever again.
It wasn't like episode stuff. It was one episode where we're like, pick a book for each other.
Picked Archer's Voice.
True.
So now you are 2 for 2, lady.
And I picked the one we're doing next week too.
No, I said we're doing that.
Yeah, but that's because I told you to read it because it's one of my faves.
But it doesn't matter. I picked the episode.
You picked it because you know that I read it and I love it.
It's fine.
So it's my book. Yeah.
It's a sports romance that we had to cover.
So don't act like my books are terrible.
Yeah, but I know what you'll do to me because you like to torture me in this damn show.
Look who's talking, Daddy.
Yeah, and you're gonna do that damn episode now that you tortured me with 2 contemporaries.
Okay. I'll do it. I'll daddy the shit out of some book.
It's a series, and you're gonna
what
finish.
The fuck ever.
You're gonna finish the one that you started 8 years ago.
There's more than the one?
There's like 9 in that series.
Oh, God.
They're good.
Okay.
But I'll give you time to get caught up on those before we do that episode.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Jesus.
I love you.
Lies.
I sit on my throne of lies.
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit some stuff here.
Okay.
So secrets and lies. How far would you go to protect someone or yourself? So if you think about, both books covered this in the whole secrets thing, right?
Okay.
So in Split, the brothers didn't reveal anything. They kept that a secret from the wife.
You're right.
And in Brightside, both Keller kept his daughter a secret, and because he said he didn't want to share her with anyone, and Brightside kept her cancer from everyone because she didn't want to put that burden on anyone. So how far would you go?
Okay, well, let's speak to Brightside first.
Okay.
Keller keeping his kid, and it wasn't even so much a secret, like, it's just he didn't let anyone in on that part of his life, I feel. And I totally get that. Absolutely. Not until you get to that level. And he never got to that level with anyone. He didn't allow himself to get to that level.
Right.
You know, so yeah, see that. With Kate, like, she did not tell anyone about her cancer because she knew Gus she left to go to college, and she left to go to college because Gus got a record deal.
Right.
He got a recording deal. And so...
Well, she got that scholarship to go there, but she had the cancer. So she had to put it on hold. And then he got the record deal. And then
she's like, I'm going. Yeah. Because she knew that he wouldn't do it.
Yes.
He would not do it if he knew. So would I do that too? Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I would have a hard time if I knew people that I love were doing something that I know would hold them back from. I would have a hard time not keeping secrets from them. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'd go pretty far to protect someone or myself. I'm not going to break any laws for you.
Right.
Surprisingly.
What?
I know. I shockingly do have morals and integrity.
What?
Yeah. But in my delusional world, sure, I would go to the ends of the earth, and I would expect nothing short of that in return from my partner.
Yep.
Like burning the world down in exchange. But in reality, you know, like, I'd go as far as the law would allow.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's Split. I just think they should have just been a little more honest from the beginning.
Something weird about that. So like Roman and Knox, there's something else. That's for sure. Gus and Kate are annoyingly in how they're like over the top in their positivity toward each other, though. It was a little much, but it's okay.
Because, being positive is just a little much to you.
It was a little OTP, but it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
The first book split, no, I don't get why they did it. Just, I mean, I guess I could see if they weren't actually planning on keeping a wife. Why even, but like, they kept Knox such a big secret from the world.
Yeah.
Because he was a hothead, as you'll figure out if you read the freaking book. Pet.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk friendship goals here.
Okay.
So what do you think the power of lifelong friendships are? Like Gus and Kate, and how they shape their resilience and support in real life.
And that's, I think, one of the things I loved about the book is that feeling of that lifelong friendship, of that connection they had. Like, obviously you're going to find out they ended up sleeping together, but then they were like, is this going to make this weird?
Yeah.
And they just did it. And they were just so connected that you're just like, God, that's the kind of friends that I want in my life.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Their friendship was amazingly written.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And I think lifelong friendships are very powerful and important. I have a best friend that I've had since my senior year in high school. That's when we met. And that's when we officially met.
Okay.
And even though through the years, there have been periods that we haven't talked, even for like years, we don't talk. We could get back on the phone or meet in person and things are there. And she is more like a sister to me than any family, blood related family I have. I'm there for her. She's there for me. I can call her to drop of a hat and she's there for me. And that's been 30 years, that we've had each other, and that's strong, that's
right?
Powerful. So that's, I think, important that people have that, someone outside your own family to have that kind of a friendship. I think is super important and powerful, in my opinion. I don't know. I don't want to do any of those. I want to play games.
Oh, God.
I want to play games.
Holy shit.
Yeah, girl. It's a fun episode.
Okay.
But before we do that, do you have any favorite scenes or quotes from either of the books that stood out to you that you remember?
Oh, God. Let me think. I mean, honestly, as weird as this sounds from Split, the fact that the dogs threw up on Roman's shoes twice cracked me the fuck up. Don't ask me why. Maybe because I was so freaking annoyed with him at that point that and then she was like, oh, this is what's going to happen. And she's like, the second time, and the first time she's a little scared.
Freaked out, right?
And then the second time she's like, this is kind of some funny crap. Yeah. And I'm like, get it, girl. Yeah. So as weird as that's a weird scene to stand out to me, but yeah.
Like, because it gave you a chuckle.
Yeah.
And a dark book.
We needed that. Yeah.
For sure. So in Brightside, her roommate's name was Sugar.
Oh, and fucking Sugar.
And I remember when she saw that and was talking to Gus, they were both like, is she a stripper?
Yeah. Isn't that great?
I was like, that's awesome.
Like, she was very funny. Kate was very funny.
She was hilarious. Yeah. So I remember, so one quote in the book from that regarding Sugar was, she says, Sugar's riding the baloney pony. And I totally just walked in on...
I remember this scene, yeah.
Baloney. I was like, Jesus. And then she says, and then I throw a question silently to God. Why didn't you tell me I was a shitty driver? Is California just full of shitty drivers? I was like, oh my God. She talks to God all the time like that. And I'm like, oh my God. Yes, California is full of shitty drivers. We're awful here. Yep. Believe us. If you don't live in California, we're awful in California. Oh my God. And then she says, his heart's been tucked away for 18 years. So when he takes it out of his pocket and offers to share it with you, don't treat it like some shiny new toy that will only be forgotten when you're done playing with it. I just, the visual of just taking this out of his pocket. And she was talking about Clayton to his new boyfriend. Yeah. I was like, oh shit. That is funny. But probably the most standout thing from Brightside, and she did this all the time, was he asked me what I'm looking at. And she says, the sunset. I answer, it's showtime.
It's showtime.
She would always look at the sunset with her sister and they would hold hands and say, it's showtime. So that was like throughout the whole book. So she would always refer back to her sister Grace and say, it's showtime when they would watch the sunset.
And did you say you had an issue with the whole sister thing?
Oh, yeah.
Explain.
Sorry. Thank you for bringing that up.
You're so welcome.
Yeah. What bothered me with that was, so her sister was like 2 years older, 2 or 4 years older than her. And I get it. The mom was a total POS. And so the younger sister, Kate, looked up to the older sister, right? Okay, that's fine. So she felt responsible for her. That's fine. But she, in essence, literally took away her own childhood because she was raising her older sister with Down syndrome. Okay. When the older sister is therefore then in an accident and becomes paralyzed, she then takes on the mother role for that. I mean, she's literally 24/7 caregiver to this older sister. She's bathing her, she's feeding her, she's all of these things. And then when the mom dies, they sell everything and they move into a garage of their mom's garden. And very, very rarely does she ever have Gus's mom watch Grace. And yet she's always super positive about, this chick is 19, 17, 19, 18, whatever.
All of the above at some point.
And she goes through cancer for a year, and yet she's still caring for this disabled older sister.
And you just don't understand this positivity, do you?
I just don't understand how you can take on that much of a role all by yourself at that age and be that positive all the fucking time without breaking. Like, it's just not, that was unrealistic. I think that was my issue. It was too unrealistic. It was too unrealistic. I get that you care and, and she never asked for help. Too prideful, whatever. Didn't want to put the burden on, even though Gus's mom was like, you're like my other child. Let me know. I will help you. And she didn't. She was still paying on her sister's damn funeral when she was on her own deathbed. And I'm like, the fuck? You're 20. Ask for fucking help. Like, it was just too much. I just thought it was a little excessive and just, too unrealistic. That's what bothered me, I think, was that. Okay. I'm all for, like, the caring and all that other stuff, but the fact that she just took it on herself and gave up, like, all of her own childhood stuff to do it and was super over-the-top optimistic all the time and never was like, no, I can't go. I have to take care of Grace. No, I have to take care of Grace. Like, it was like, it was too much.
I would say, well, wouldn't you do that for your sister? But like,
oh damn,
never mind.
No, that was cute.
That's a whole other episode.
That was cute. Okay, so we're gonna play Truth or Trust.
Truth or Trust.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give you some scenarios from Split Suspenseful Twists and Brightside's Emotional Stakes, and you're gonna tell me. Would you tell the truth or keep it a secret?
Okay.
Okay. So here's the first scenario. Go. You stumble across a note that hints someone close to you has been keeping a huge secret, and it could either completely betray your trust, hello, split level drama, or just be something heartfelt and protective, cue Brightside style loyalty. You have exactly 10 minutes to decide. Do you confront them and demand the truth, or do you let it go and trust their intentions?
Honestly, I'm probably going to let it go and trust their intentions. It's going to depend on who it is, though. Like,
that's a good point.
Because if, like, it's one of my kids, I'm like, tell me now.
That is
Look me in the eyes and tell me right now.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Because I usually don't care. If you have a secret, that's your fucking problem. But again, like you said, it's gonna
depend on who it is. Yeah. Most of the time I'm just like, live your life.
Yeah.
If you want to tell me, you'll tell me. If you don't, that's fine too. But if I'm thinking just of my kids, I'd be like, you better freaking tell me right freaking now.
Right. Okay. Let's do one more and then we'll play another one. Okay. You catch a friend in a lie that's actually kind of adorable or protective. They're trying to shield you from heartbreak, right side. But the way they're hiding it is so suspicious, it could be the start of a thriller plot split. Do you call them out like a detective on steroids or let it slide and give them the benefit of the doubt while also making sarcastic commentary in your head?
Ding, ding, ding. So, I don't know how much story time we have here. I tried a gummy one time in my life. And I realized that all I did was literally lay there and give sarcastic commentary in my head, listening to these people.
Are you sure it was really in your head?
I sure the fuck hope so, because it was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Because sometimes when you think things are in your head, they're actually coming out when you're not in your right mind. They didn't tell me anything came out. Okay.
Like, it went off. I went off the rails on a gummy. So, one gummy. It was a whole thing, and then I ended up laying there, and they're like, lay right here so we can watch you. And I couldn't open my eyes. I just laid there like a vampire. But I could hear everything.
Follow up and make sure that you didn't say anything.
Was doing play-by-play commentary in my head, and I was an asshole.
That's great.
So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, because
I would like to say I would do the commentary in my head, but I'm not sure it would stay in my head.
Oh, I'm good at keeping it in my head.
Well, I think I do, but we've seen what happens when I think things stay in my head.
Truth.
Remember the seizure, and then I thought I said, got in my head, but it really came out my mouth.
That's a good point.
I'm not sure what stays in my head. I think, and then there's times where my spouse thinks, he asked me several times, and he goes, are you going to answer me? I said, I did. And he goes, no, you did not. And I said, well, I thought I did. Well, apparently I'm saying it in my head. Yeah. I have issues like brain and mouth connection don't always work. So I can't answer that honestly.
I can keep shit locked up tighter than Fort Knox. So.
I love it.
Yeah.
This is why you're on my team.
Yes. The secret keeper.
That's why you're the chameleon.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is which side are you on? I'm going to give you some personality traits inspired by both books, and just tell me what side you relate to. Overthink everything versus go with the flow.
Go with the flow.
Well, I got to give you the trait.
Oh, it don't matter.
So are you the type who analyzes every text, glance, or suspicious move, or the type who just shrugs and hopes for the best?
Yeah.
You just shrug and hope for the best. Okay. So secrets are deadly versus secrets are okay, just don't betray me. So do hidden motives make you paranoid and plotting, or can you handle a little mystery as long as loyalty is intact?
Sure can.
Yeah, so you're just, okay. Emotional roller coaster versus steady and chill. Do you ever wear your heart on your sleeve and feel all the highs and lows, or do you keep calm while the drama unfolds around you?
I can be a little bit of both on that one. I really can, depending on which moon is in my anus, which twin I'm feeling that day, which side of me is there. Like sometimes,
oh my God, that's
I can
funny.
Be, everything's on my sleeve. You're going to see exactly how I feel. And sometimes I'm just like,
okay, all right.
So,
all right, here's some quick fire banter. Split or bright?
Okay.
Sleepless nights.
I'm just supposed to answer split.
I was reading for a second. I was processing. Sorry. So, Which would keep you up all night? High stakes mind games or emotional roller coasters?
Mind games. Yep.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
For sure. Me too. Because emotional roller coasters, I'd be so exhausted. I'd be passed out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So heart versus brain. Which is more exhausting? Constantly second guessing everyone or feeling all the feelings 24/7?
God, a little bit of both. But I would probably say more the brain.
Interesting. Because I would all the feelings 24/7. Done. Phew, no way. Overthinking Olympics. Would you rather analyze a suspicious text or overanalyze a heartfelt gesture?
Analyzes a text.
I'd overanalyze a heartfelt gesture.
Just because, like, I'm in this dating thing where there's a lot of texting, everything's online. And so you really kind of start, well, what does that
mean?
What did that
really mean? Yeah, for sure.
So,
I just don't trust humans.
Shocking.
Sarcasm required. Which scenario would force you to deploy maximum sass? Suspicious manipulations or emotional highs and lows?
Oh, manipulation.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Okay, here's a couple more things before we wrap it up.
Okay.
The fact or fiction game. Okay, I'm gonna present you some real world concepts from both books. And then you're going to get a made up fake outrageous fact and one true fact. So you're going to guess which one of these is real.
Okay.
Okay. So fact or fiction. Listening to music can release dopamine, reduce stress, and even improve memory. Or humans can survive for 3 days straight on chocolate alone.
I mean, would I like to test the second one? Sure, but I'm going to go with the first one.
The first one is a fact. Here we go. Fact or fiction.
Okay.
Laughing more than 3 times a day can cause permanent eye rolling. People who overthink constantly may actually be exercising the same part of their brain as a professional puzzle solver.
Yeah, puzzle solver.
Okay. Let's see.
Although I did watch our episode that aired last week and realized I was like, I should start counting how many times that I roll my eyes at Pix because this one was a bad one. It was a bad one. Delayed reaction there. Overthinker.
Oh my God. Okay. This one's funny. Fact or fiction, if you whisper secrets to a cat, it will store them safely in its brain until told out loud. Or people are more likely to trust someone if that person mirrors their body language.
Body language? What the freaking... What was the first one with your cat?
Yeah, it was funny. I said it was funny.
I'm just thinking of my cat in my head, and I was like,
well, your cat's never going to sell something out loud.
No, but he don't give a shit.
That is also true. Because why? It's a cat.
Yeah.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time we have for today. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next week for Sports Romance.